Shays Rebellion, An Arsenal Under Attack by Daniel Ford. Shays Rebellion took place in Massachusetts in 1786. It was an uprising of over 1,000 farmers because they were in debt to government and could not afford the taxes they were being charged. In order to pay off the nation's debt from the Revolutionary War, the government imposed high taxes. Since the taxes were so high the farmers could not afford to pay them, the farmers' lands were taken away from them in order to satisfy their debts, and they were sometimes put in debtors' prison. They asked their government to help by passing policies to aid debtors. In a petition from the town of Greenwich, Massachusetts, the farmers asked, "Surely your honors are not strangers to the distresses of the people, but know that many of our good inhabitants are now confined for debts and taxes." The farmers were angry. They felt their new government was no better than England. Daniel Shay gathered over 1,000 farmers and marched to the federal arsenal in Springfield, Massachusetts, in search for guns and ammunition. They were met by the state militia in order to stop. The militia fired shots over the farmers' heads to scare them off, but that didn't stop them. The militia then fired on the farmers, killing 4 of them. The farmers disbanded and the rebellion was over. After the rebellion, different people had different opinions about it. Some people were angered by the rebellion and thought that the uprisers should be punished severely by rebelling against their newly formed Republican form of government. Samuel Adams commented, "Rebellion may be pardoned or lightly punished, but the man who dares to rebel against the laws of the Republic ought to suffer death." On the other hand, some people thought the rebellion was a good thing because it reminded the people in charge that they should not overstep their power. Someone who thought that way was Thomas Jefferson. He said, "A little rebellion now and then is a good thing." Shays Rebellion can be considered a bad thing, but also a good thing. It was bad because it was a tragedy where 4 farmers died, and leading up to it, many were put in jail or lost their land because they couldn't afford to pay the government's high taxes. A positive thing that came out of it, however, was the people in charge were reminded that they couldn't abuse their power, and if they did, the people would rebel.